All right, now I'm coming to you from the main showroom here, and we're actually joined by Marty Newkirk. He's been doing a lot of work to this 36 cord we have here, so I thought I'd let him kind of explain to you what kind of shape this car was in when it came in, and what they've done to it thus far, and what the plans are from here on out. So, Marty, what have you been up to here?
Just building cords, that's it. What we got here is a 36 cord 810, okay, and it started out being nothing but a rust bucket, pulled from another shop. So we got the car, they wanted a Pebble Beach type quality of work, so had to start by making whole new floor pans, frames, and rocker panels because it was gone. And then from there we went and done the body work, detailed all the body and paint really nice. Then you get into the motor and transmission, and it was all built backwards, had wrong parts and everything, so, and it was shot. So basically every nut, bolt, and item on the engine stuff has been detailed, and had to completely rebuild the motor because it had worn out parts in it and just built wrong. So now we got it running, now we got to work on finalizing the fuel pump issues on it and stuff like that. But did a little modifications to the transmission to help improve the shift by machining some parts down on the main shaft and heavier spline thrust washers and stuff like that. But
These are kind of unusual cars, aren't they? Because
yes,
it's actually front-wheel drive.
front-wheel drive, and it is a unibody, and it's got the big knuckle ball joints up here, the CV joints, like the big Rockwell-style axles on big trucks, and it's designed on the same purpose.
So really heavy duty.
And this is your electric shift, this is your cross shift, it shifts this way, and this vacuum operates pulls in or this way to go third and fourth, and then it goes this way to first and second, so it's all operated on electric.
So the transmission's actually forward of the front axle.
Yes.
Yeah.
The motor sits in the car backwards, and what you think is the front of the motor is the rear. Okay, so, and if you think normally the right side of the motor is the right side of the motor, it's wrong. So when you're building one, you almost need to think like you're dyslexic.
Wow.
Backwards, which is easy to do sometimes.
Well, that motor turned out nice too. That's awesome looking.
New ceramic manifolds, they had these re-ceramic.
Oh, I see that. Yeah, all ceramic coated. Yeah, that's something. Got the heat wrap on there. Yeah, that's wild.
And rewired the whole car. So as you can see, the body, how much extensive work we've done to the body.
Yeah, that turned out beautiful. I mean, it's like a mirror. Nice. Yeah, it's really ahead of its time for sure. With
and
the
hideaway headlights. You operate the headlights here with your little crank, and it turns a cable, as you can see. Watch it down through there.
See, there's just a little. He turns that hand crank, it turns that, and that's what operates the headlamps. And we've got the fenders for it right here, so we can kind of show where those are. But that's a pretty wild feature for the 30s. I mean, that's
yes,
really awesome. So obviously those will just crank up out of there. We got little headlight doors on them.
And when you're straightening these things, it's like trying to straighten a basketball. You know, so.
Yeah, it's such a curvy car. That's the thing.
If you look at the light lines in the pictures, you can see they follow the radiuses of it. So that's done by a lot of block sanding.
Wow. You can tell how perfect it is, yeah, by watching that line of lights there.
Well, as you see, they're all the light lines are spaced evenly all the way throughout the radius of it.
Yeah, that's beautiful work. We definitely need to take a look at this dashboard because it's one of the coolest looking dashboards I've seen.
There's your shift.
Wow.
And
that's pretty awesome. And is that, does it say it's a 4-speed?
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty impressive too.
4-speed.
And it's got that engine turned or machine turned panel there around all the gauges. And really nice set of gauges.
That is pretty cool looking.
I like these toggle style switches on here too.
You have your fast idle, your lights, choke. You can also set your fast throttle on it, you know, and your choke and everything operating here. And this is what operates your instrument lamps. We still got to come up with a switch for that.
Yeah, that's
just
neat.
little itemized pieces trying to detail it.
And here's that crank that he was using to open the headlamps. So there is one for each side, so you got to manually do each one individually.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool. Man, that's a beauty.
Either out of the passenger gets to operate their side.
Yeah. But I like it with the split windshield and everything. It's just such an awesome looking car.
And the windows, they crank out for your AC.
Yeah,
The
of
windshields
course.
crank out
They
like
crank
this.
out to get some air in there. Yeah, I noticed it's actually got dual cowl vents, right?
No, this is for, there's a cowl vent here for a vent. It's kind of hard to get your finger in there with these thumbs. But one is for your oil, and the other one is for your water fill.
That's pretty cool.
So instead of opening the hood up, you can just put your oil in here, or just the same for your water. And it runs down through these.
I wouldn't have thought of that, yeah.
Your water runs down in through here, through this tube that goes through the cowl, and this tube runs through here. And these was rotted out. Cal had to make these new things, and this was all rotted out.
Yeah, I remember being in here when you were doing all that metal work. It was pretty extensive, that's for sure. It kept you busy.
Trying to make a frame rail that's straight, bowed like a boat wasn't really an easy task.
Oh, yeah, because you got so many compound curves going on, yeah.
A boat or a bow, you know.
Yeah, but when they build boats, they can do it out of wood, which is a lot easier, I'm sure.
Yeah, that was a pretty heavy gauge steel to bend.
That's something. And of course, obviously, it's got the suicide doors on there and everything. But yeah, that's something else. So what's next for it? Where are you guys at in the project?
Well, right now, we're trying to get everything buttoned up on the engine to where everything's done here. And then we'll put the front fenders back on it. But right now, we just figured we'd get it running, made sure it run, and if there's any little problems we gotta tweak out. It's easier to do with the fenders off, because the fender's gonna be out like this, and you'll be trying to work over the car like
That makes a lot of sense, right? That's cool.
Put the fenders and the hood and stuff on it, and then throw the seats and stuff back in it, and the car's pretty close to being done, just itemized little details on detailed work.
Cool. Yeah, we'll come back in and follow the progress. Definitely come back and show it to you once he's got the fenders back on it and everything. And then hopefully we'll get it out and actually drive it down the road a little bit. And
Here's something here on the grill that you might want to look at too.
Sure.
All of these moldings was all straight moldings, and so Bruce worked on these and had to make a jig out of a piece of plywood to bend all these things to the right radius.
wow. Yeah.
And it wasn't easy.
I'll bet. Man, that turned out nice though.
And this piece here was a squirrely one to make.
Doesn't seem like anything would be easy on that car just
No.
because of all the curves. Yeah.
No, it's not. We bent around here, these little radiuses, and they get folded around here, so it's quite a few hours in just making those pieces.
I would imagine. Yeah, that's something.
Because they only give you so many feet of molding to work with. You're not really allowed a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, and it's one continuous piece all the way around, or?
Yeah.
Wow, that's something.
So he made a jig out of a piece of 3/4 inch plywood. So that's what he used to shape it.
Wow. Yeah, that's something. And the hood's sitting over here too. Have you guys buffed this out yet and everything, or
It's
looks
already been
looks smooth?
buffed.
Yeah.
Just be going back. We'll do a final buff on it and polish and glaze on it. That's why they call it a coffin nose front end, because it looks like a big coffin when it's all put together on the car.
I mean, it looks like a mirror. No waves at all. That's something.